Hello, my prayers. It is me, Pearl, from Pearl and the Prayers, and this is Tuned in Tarot, and we are here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and divine feminine energy inside of self, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others or in our external environment. And if we want to see change, we do need to shift and change the energy within us. And hopefully, that is what I help you learn how to do in these readings that I do with you each week. This is the week ahead reading, but I have a special treat because I missed the junk food reading yesterday. Well, I didn't miss it. You know, that's kind of like a bonus reading, I guess. But we did a Tell Me Everything last week, which is still available. It's posted, and there is an extended version for members as well. And if you're a new member, you will be receiving an email very soon with a lot of details on your membership. And I'm going to be doing that probably tomorrow. It's coming. Believe me, it's coming. It has to come within today or tomorrow. So it is on my list of things that I would like to do, that I get to do. But yes, so basically, if you want to see the extended readings, become a member. That link is in my profile or in the description box below. Now, the junk food that we're going to do today is going to be fun. I have 3 piles in front of me that exist outside of the collective week ahead reading. One is for just anybody who's just come here. This is your first time here, or you've happened upon here, or you come and see me, but you've never followed me or anything. You're just kind of here, but you're not. You're like not committed to me yet. I have a couple cards for you, and I'll be closing out the reading with a couple cards for you as well. And then for those of you that already subscribe and you follow me on all the platforms and you're like with it, here for it, maybe you like, maybe you comment, maybe you're a little bit active sometimes in your engagement, I have some junk food cards for you. And then for the third pile is for my members. So these are people that go hard. These are people who are consistently invest in my channel. And so the reason I did it this way is because I felt like this could help us have more and more specific readings, especially for those junk food readings, which are just the surface level energy, like the stories about what's going on. Where the membership group is a smaller group, it's going to be a little bit more specific to the people in that group. The second one, a little bit less specific, and the final one, just more general and collective, right? So that's my new system. I think it's fun, and I'm going to do that. So let's begin with that, and then we'll get into the week ahead. This is junk food. So you're not meant to learn a lot of lessons from these cards that I'm going to be reading, but I will give you a closure on whatever I'm about to present to you at the end of the week ahead reading. Because I do feel that the week ahead reading will give you the information you need, the lessons you need to be able to get closure in these areas. Okay, wow. So for just the general collective, you just happened upon here, group 1, we've got the clock, need time, takes time, in time, cycles, time to heal, and progress. And then we've got true love. And I'm hearing tick, 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 tick. So the general energy here is that I do think that you have met somebody, and I do think that there was almost an instant recognition of something that existed between the two of you. And then there has been a lot of time that has passed since this moment. And no matter how much time has passed, you still have this strong connection with this person. But the feeling of looking at the clock or watching the clock is really strong here. You have sensed that you both needed the time that it has taken, but there is also a fixation or a focus on the time, and it's an uncomfortable feeling, and I'm sensing that both you and this person want to get out of that situation. And then, because this is a very collective energy, I do think there are some of you that have been waiting a long time to experience true love, and perhaps it hasn't happened yet. And so we will give you a little bit more information about that towards the end of the reading. I'm going to put these cards over here so that I can still see them in case we need to refer to these during the reading. Okay, now my next group, you are my subscribers, my followers, the people who are liking and commenting. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I am getting for you this boat energy, and you're on the fence about it because it wasn't up and it wasn't down. It says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. And then it says, make time to play and relax. Now, look, we still have an energy of time coming through into the reading again. So we can see how you all are in the collective, and everything I said in the first pile probably applies to you. Now, if we go a little bit deeper into that, what we're seeing is that part of the reason that there has been so much time is that you needed to understand how to make time for yourself to play and relax in order to allow yourself to receive what you need. And I am also seeing that there is this person who knows that it's time. They feel that there's this true love here, and they know that it's time to come forward and actually move into the next phase with you. And there's actually just like traveling, going on a trip together, that's coming up for me in the energy of these two cards. And then for my members, we have talking, okay? And then nurturing a child is on the bottom of that. It's very interesting. So the conversation that is taking place in this specific storyline is definitely to do with how much time we needed to learn how to nurture our inner child. And there may have actually been children that we have in other marriages or from other relationships that we had to take the time to nurture. And this is telling me that you're finally getting this information, that you're finally understanding or learning the information that you've been wanting to know about what has taken so long for things to move or progress into a new space with one another. So that's the junk food story that's going on in the background, and I will sum up that story with 2 more cards from each of those decks at the end, and give you the final reading. But let's get into the week ahead energy. So the week ahead, going forward this week, we have the overall energy of the masculine, divine masculine, headspace, and divine feminine. Swap that around. Divine feminine is here and divine masculine, because that's the decks I chose for them. Headspace and heart space. So divine masculine is the intellect. It's 11:11 when I'm saying this. The intellect, the mind, the way we think about things, the way we look at things, perceive things, and project things out into the world. The divine feminine is the energy of the heart, the emotion, our creativity, inspiration, our divine connection, openness, receptivity, and how we take things in and process them. We can apply this energy to people outside of ourselves because everybody is an amalgamation of those energies. And no, it is incorrect to say that one person is a divine feminine and one is a divine masculine. That's incorrect. You can say that you are leaning into your feminine energy or leaning into your masculine energy at any given moment. But there is no one human on the earth that I know of that is truly a divine being. We're all technically anthropos, meaning that we are both human and divine, and that is what makes us unique in the hierarchy, I guess, of the pantheon, actually. And so for me, it's more important to understand how this energy works within us, because that starts to help us understand how all of our connections work outside of us, not just with one specific person per se, but with everyone in our lives. And there's usually one specific person that sort of clued us in to this mirror effect that happens in our lives. And that's why that person is significant. And that's the only reason why that person is significant, as far as I know right now with my limited knowledge about existence. And anybody who's telling you any different does certainly not have any receipts for it that I can find, because I've been doing my research. So that's where I stand on that. Okay, so divine, masculine, and feminine heart space. The feminine wanted to go first today, and this is where her overall energy is right now. We have Father of Pentacles energy. This is the guide, the guardian, the protector, the material aspect, like how we actually embody ourselves on the outside. This is basically a feminine energy that is understanding her value and seeking to see that value reflected back, as we just spoke about. It's a feeling of working to also it's interesting. The pentacle in this card is so protective because it's coming up with those horns there, the that really makes it look like nobody can get to it. So you are embodying this energy of knowing your worth and protecting it this week. And I also think that there might be a masculine person or a person embodying masculine energy that may figure heavily in this week. And their physical presence in the physical is something that's significant to me about that. The divine masculine in question, the masculine energy, is nervous, tied up, afraid. This is Nine of Swords. It's kind of, it's being in a prison of your own mind, a prison of your own thoughts. Anxious. There's a lot of fear in the mind because the heart is finally perceiving its worth, and now the mind has to keep up. Okay, so this is like where you're like, oh, my body is worthy of health, so I have to now incorporate what it means to be healthy and then take actions to implement that consistently into my life, because now I know my worth. So it can be like that. It can be that, you know, my art is worthy of being seen. So I have to invest the time, energy, and consistency into it that will show that I have this inner knowing of my worth. And I'm scared about it. I'm scared of that. I'm scared of knowing my true worth. That's the overall energy this week. So a little bit of anxiety about finally knowing and embodying that worth, and having some maybe self-doubt about it, and having to overcome that is something that's going on. The underlying energy that supports you is really fitting in the headspace. It is that in your subconscious, you're in agreement. King of Pentacles. I know my worth. I am valuable. And this allows you to finally be like truly a protector of that worth. Once you know how valuable something is you're guarding, you're a lot less likely to just let anybody come in, which is the underlying support of the feminine energy here, which is the Six of Pentacles, understanding reciprocity to a level where if I know what I'm worth, then I will not let anyone squander my worth. And if I know what I'm worth, that means that when I put something in, I receive something energetically in return. Period. Right? I don't have an expectation of how it will be returned to me, but I 100% know that it will be returned to me because that is the way that I choose to be. Right? Because I choose to not form relationships that take from me more than they return to me. And so I know now that that is how I will experience life, because if there's even a hint that that's not what's about to happen, then I will be able to move along. Okay? So what are we bringing in from last week? We have inspiration and kind of a playful energy coming in, and the Ace of Cups, which I really love. So the Ace of Cups is about knowing how to fill our cup up, and having done so, I did. Listen, I basked in the energy of The Sims this week, and the irony of that, you know, I have obligations that are quite frightening to me, but I leaned into this, the messages I was getting about playing, resting, and relaxing as much as I could. And, you know, I feel good, even though if it were a few months ago, I would not feel good about my situation right now. I actually really do very genuinely feel good about it. So I think that this is something about last week, in being inspired to play, to give yourself some time and attention, to explore. Maybe new love came in, or, you know, just new ideas about how to love yourself or others, or just an excitement, some excitement about, like, maybe I really could give this offer, or maybe this offer really is going to be accepted. We had a lot of that commitment coming up last week. The engagement card, the wedding rings, like that was all coming up, right? So there's just some excitement about love, Like maybe it is possible. That's what I'm picking up, which is great. What energy are we currently in this week? We've got, wow, no more fuck around and find out. And we've got the Queen of Wands coming up for the feminine energy, and the Eight of Cups. It was covering up this Eight of Cups. So walking away from toxic stuff, from stuff that was broken and damaged and was hurting you every time you tried to drink from it. It was a big, huge obstacle for you, and there was a lot of darkness, but you followed the light and you've come through, and now you have a vision, and you can see clearly that you don't have any reason to be afraid anymore. You're confident. The masculine energy is a little bit terrified, but willing, I think, to allow yourself to dream. So your mind is like, wow, I'm sort of scared of the unknown and the mystery here now of what comes from just refusing to like believe that there's this big obstacle, just believing that the only obstacle to that was my mind, was wherever my mind was fixated. That is scary. But I'm willing to shine that light into my subconscious and find out the hidden things that have kept me from experiencing what I know I deserve just inherently for existing. So your vision, and your vision and your dream, whatever that is what this week is about. It's about really looking at the fears, the subconscious things that cause you to doubt yourself, to shine a light there, and to realize that as long as you're taking steps away from those, from fearing that you can't go in the direction of your higher calling because you're blocked, because it's too scary, because it's going to be dangerous, because it's not safe, because it's going to be harder, because whatever it is, just face that fear. Just keep going, because because of what I said last week, anything the heart is committed to, the mind can accomplish. Remember that. And you are no ordinary person. Your dreams come true, right? Say that to yourself. I am no ordinary woman, man, person, whatever you want to insert there. I am no ordinary woman. My dreams come true, right? And then where are we going this week? We have the Daughter of Swords. So we still have page energy happening, but is this bravery? I think it might be. And then we have here the Three of Cups. And so you're either celebrating with me, you're either brave enough to come forward and communicate and celebrate with me, or you're not. Or you're not. You're either going to be there, or you're going to be watching. Either way, you're going to be watching me enjoy myself. You're going to be watching me really, really feel good, have a good time, have fun. And if that's hard for you to imagine, then this week is all about learning what that means for you, learning what that looks like for you, and making it something that happens in your life. Bravely taking steps, learning more, getting curious. How do I have more fun in my life? How do I have dating? How do I have, just whatever this is, how do I come into union with that I love, with what I desire? This looks like somebody brave enough. They're scared, but you're not brave if you're not afraid, right? It's not bravery if there's no fear there. Just like, if you're a soldier trained not to have any emotion and you just slice and dice willy-nilly, that's not bravery, because you have no empathy or emotion. It's not, you're not doing anything. It's 11:22. You have to be afraid and still do it to really be brave. And I think that is what this week is about. It's finally understanding your worthiness, the worth of what it is your vision is, what your creativity is, what you're tuned into, whatever that is, the value of that, to bravely believe in that and celebrate that and have fun. And that is how all of that abundance comes through, with that reciprocity. Okay, let me get your oracles, and then we will close up the junk food reading that we started in the beginning. Okay, so your card for this week is the Nine of Cups, and it is peacock energy. So Whenever you are seeing the Nine of Cups come up in readings this week, or if you have recently, it's significant. And peacocks in general. This is all about our wishes. The wish card. The Nine of Cups is a license to kick back and enjoy life. Look at what you have been able to achieve. Can you feel a sense of pride? Take a moment to spread your feathers and show the world the awesomeness that is you. Don't be shy. You have worked hard and are now in a position of feeling complete and total satisfaction. Take a moment to exhale and appreciate the rewards that have come from all the hard work you invested in. There will be time to get back to business, but for now, enjoy some of the abundance you created. The Nine of Cups asks that you lean deep into the feeling that comes from receiving a desire or having a wish fulfilled. The peacock can change its appearance dramatically just by opening up its feathers, and as a result, our perception of the bird changes as well. It instantly becomes more prominent, more vibrant, and more impressive to watch. The peacock's energy will help you show off your flashy side, that part of you that exudes passion and is self-assured. When a situation requires a boost of confidence and feelings of pride, call on the peacock. This energy comes in especially handy during a job interview when you need to boast or articulate your success to others, or when you meet your ex's new partner. When you need to show that you deserve to have the attention of all the room's eyes, this energy will put your brilliance on display, and others will take notice. The peacock supports us in being showy, supports our pride, passion, and sensuality. Now, what's really interesting is that I am having a listening party for my EP. If you want to hear the unreleased EP and help decide which song should be the single for the release, I am doing that this coming Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will be doing a West Coast time as well. This is just the first East Coast time for those of you that requested an earlier time in the day. So I'm hoping that 1 p.m. time works for all of you. But if for some reason it doesn't work, there will be a second one that will be more of a West Coast friendly time, so it's not quite so early in the morning. But do keep in mind that this listening party is truly that. You can just tune in and hear the record and then cast a vote. You don't have to stay for the whole thing, but I will be doing free readings for some of you that are registered. So if you're interested in that, I will be doing that day. So even if you're at work or if you're on a lunch break, you can just tune in. You don't have to participate in any way. So do know that you can still attend that listening party without having to be fully engaged. It's going to be a private Zoom link, and there'll be more information about it that I will send out during the week, and I just want to choose the second time before I send the email out. So I'm going to do that probably tonight. Okay, so it's interesting because I am going to be very much in this energy of being really proud of what I've accomplished and wanting to share it with others, and really needing to show you all what I can do, because my wish is for people to be able to appreciate what I appreciate, the sounds I appreciate, the way that I put them all together, all those things, right? So this week, I want you to think more about taking pride in your life as this work of art. And that's making me think of my friend Christine's website, Make Your Life a Work of Art. You should go check that out, makeyourlifeaworkofart.com. Christine is an amazing artist, and she's got some really cool stuff to take a look at over there. She's also an astrologer. Very cool. Okay, now the next card you're getting is Chop Wood. It is in the reverse, so it has a protective message coming through. Number 42, which is the meaning of life, for those of you that are in the know. The essential meanings of this card are being grounded in everyday experience and humility. So you're balancing pride and humility here. That's very funny. Ooh, this is a very powerful message. Are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. Wow. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you have begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, "Take one step towards the gods, and they will take 10 steps towards you." And that is absolutely very true. 100% they do. I take one step towards my gods every single day, and they run to me. Run to me in my messages all day long, give me so many signs, and send me so many blessings. I am so blessed, and more blessings are coming. So I am definitely an armchair astronaut 100%. I'm a Pisces rising. We do love to dream. And part of what we love is just the dreaming itself. But actually seeing your dreams come to pass in reality is pretty fucking awesome. Speaking as somebody who came from a very small town in northern New York, in the middle of nowhere, a cow town, and being able to go and live in a lot of really cool cities and cool places and do amazing things and perform in amazing places and meet amazing people, I have to say that while I love playing The Sims, and I played just the hell out of The Sims for last week, while I love imagining, watching movies and everything, I will take Jim Morrison's quote and I will repeat that to you, that the spectator is a dying animal. To simply spectate is to just eventually wither and fade and no longer have that spark of inspiration that we saw coming in with that Daughter of Wands energy. So be youthful, be curious, dream, imagine, but take the steps, right? You know, I have to have a listening party. And you know, let me tell you what, I have a lot of fear about it. I fear people won't come. I fear that it'll just be a couple of people and that it really won't have the impact that I want it to have. That's always the fear. But then I realized that I value those people so much. Even if Brittany is the only one with me on Friday, I will be 100% focused and excited and interested to hear your opinion, Brittany. And so that's how I'm going to live my life from now on. I'm going to start to really be present and take pride, but be also humble. Like, if only one person is transformed, then I would still do it for that one person, because the one person that's really, really feeling fulfilled by having made the music, brought it to life, and share it with somebody is me. I'm the one person, right? I'm the one person that's valuable enough to do it. So if there was nobody with me on Friday, I would still listen to my EP and decide which single is coming out for my pleasure alone. And I have to keep reminding my ego of that, because that King of Pentacles energy does bring ego with it. Okay, your activity this week, please. I definitely want this to happen. I need this so much. Massage your body. If you cannot afford to have any body work done, but if you can get body work done, I would highly recommend it as a self-care activity this week. This is number 34. And the mantra for this card is, I'm fully relaxed and feel peaceful in my body. And that is a brain massage for you. I want you to think, every time that you think this to yourself, I'm fully relaxed and feel peaceful in my body, I want you to imagine the feeling of getting a massage. And I want you to imagine all of the fears we saw in the Nine of Swords, the Moon card, everything just being massaged right out of you, right out of you. Your journal prompt is, what part of your body needs a massage right now? Identify that part of your body and then go look it up and see what the significance of it in a mind, spirit, body type of a thing is. Like, if it's your neck, that might have to do with pivoting or what direction you're looking in, or if it's your low back or whatever, that could be a structural, your support, your root, just your sacral. It could be blocked energy there. Just tune into your body. Tune into your body this week. Learn from your body's language and care for it. Massage out the stress that's in there. I've been doing this because I've had some neck issues, and I've been using this nice, it's kind of like an icy hot, but it's like an all natural one, and it smells better. And it's so nice. It really works. And so I'm going to keep doing that this week. If you didn't see from Friday's reading, from the love reading, connecting with crystals is the other activity to do over this next week. And I have mine that I brought out, my rose quartz for this card. So this is very present. I keep using this during ritual and just connecting with that. So bring your crystals out, or bring one out exclusively to work with, and then do that body work this week as well. Okay, let's finish up the junk food reading. So group 1, you've been waiting a long time for true love. Tell us about it. Finish the story. Ooh. I like you. Okay, all right. Well, this says someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun, flirting, and want to date. So this either means that those of you that have been feeling like, oh, it's waiting a long time, you have somebody that likes you, and they are basically going to be flirting with you and wanting to date you. That's the energy of that card. And they it's kind of like, if it's a person you've been waiting on too, it's they know that it's time for them to step up and say something about it. And then we have the Strength card. So the courage. They just needed the courage. They just needed the courage, like we see in this reading, to be brave enough to just be like, I like you. It's so funny. I think that they think they need to do so much because of your worth and because of your value, right? They think like, oh, I have to do all these things to please this person. But they really don't. They really don't. They really just need to be like, I like you. Just say, I like you. So we've got the boat and making time to play and relax coming up. So that was for those of you who are either currently subscribing or are going to subscribe within the next 7 to 10 days. This is you learning that the time that it took was about you making time to play and relax, like we talked about at length in this reading. And that you kind of had to move in your own direction, but you didn't want to completely leave, because that boat card came out on its side. So this person did not want to leave you. But they needed some time. They needed to relax. Maybe the relaxation thing is coming up too with the massage thing. We've got ascending, transcending obstacles, learning expansion, new phase, and preparing for a union. So basically you've been in this phase where you've had to learn to make time to play and relax, because that's where you find your passions are. And that's where your person found basically the time to quiet the doubts and fears enough to be able to prepare themselves to commit to you. And their dreams, we got dreams coming out again. Wow. So they had these big dreams, and they felt like they really had to rise up to be able to meet their own standards that they had for this connection with you. So that's my followers, subscribers, people who comment, engage, or whatever. Basically, I'm seeing that somebody you've been waiting for is ready to tell you they like you. It's taken some time. They've been preparing for that. But this is the person of your dreams. It really looks like that. And then this final group for my members. This is my current members, or anybody who is subscribing within the next 7 to 10 days. I see you in this talking phase, where you're learning about this nurturing of a child. So either you're learning that the other person had to nurture their inner child, and it's probably not either or, it's probably both. You're probably learning that they had to do that just like you do, and that they also probably had actual children to care for. And that's why they felt like they couldn't give you enough here, because this says not enough, frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So you're finding out what they really what really made them feel like they just really couldn't be enough for you, because they didn't feel like they could give to you and people that they had. Look at this. But now they know. Oh, look at, now the abundance is here. And look, we're getting hello summer at the bottom of the deck for my members. So I do think that this coming summer is just going to have totally different vibes than you've had in the past with this connection or with this person. They're going to tell you, I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough money. I didn't know how to be able, because I didn't want to come in and not give you the same level of attention, time, energy, care, money that I was giving into something from my past, or I didn't have enough money just in general. But they're going to tell you about it. And basically they're going to say, they might not have enough now. They might not. But what they're going to say is, I understand that I don't have to have growth. Look at that growth. This is funny because, and again, within a month. So this is definitely happening. But I know now that you're not asking me to give you all of those things. Like, you're just asking for me to be present and just to put that one step at a time in energy with you. And I'm wanting and ready to do. So that's what I'm seeing. I hope this reading helped you a lot today. I hope you enjoyed the new little junk food thing. I might start doing that for my week ahead readings going forward. In general, we'll see how it goes. But for sure, you can see a full junk food reading this week. I may do one either on Wednesday or I may do one on Saturday. And of course, if you're also interested in a relationship reading, that will happen again for sure on Friday, the Friday love reading. Wednesday's the kind of my wild card day. I may do a reading, I may not. Same with Saturday. But Thursday's the money reading, Friday's the love reading, Sunday's the week ahead reading. I've been kind of keeping consistent with that schedule. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, for supporting me, for liking, subscribing, sharing, following. Go register for Friday's event. You're going to be able to hear my full EP. It will be 4 full-length tracks, the mastered versions. These are unreleased. No one has heard them at this high-quality audio before. And you may have a chance to meet one or more of my collaborators, people that I have collaborated with before at that session. And then there will be another session for sure that will be a West Coast friendly time. I will have that within the next 24 to 48 hours. I will announce that time as well. So try to come to either one. For sure, I will see you Friday, Brittany. And take care, everybody. Have a glorious day.